Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 47 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time, we started up the final trial section of this game, in fact, and we were cross-examining Emma. And now we're going to continue cross-examining Emma, so yay. Okay, did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the detective team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge under the direction of Damon Ganton on the sky. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind.
Excuse me, witness? But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
Isn't it obvious? Because the criminal of this case was the Danganronpa guy. You know how in all the comic does in the Danganronpa series, they have it where they have Gray Guy? Gray Guy was behind this as well. Gray Guy is the ultimate villain of all games. So at the time, he didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue.
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dirk had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that was when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
Anyways, this picture.
Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew this exactly when you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced by any way when you talked to the detective. Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary. This is Edwards was like he could cut anyone's salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Huh? Oh, well, that's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet there's clearly a contradiction here. Okay. Oh, great, it's this. I'm sorry, it's one of those things. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction, blah blah blah. Oh, the evidence is different now, related. No, they're not related, blah blah blah. Yeah, just give me my penalty. Nothing wins the point of the judge. He's a very harsh man to please. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was like something related to the picture. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. Yeah, because it's flat. The weapon's blunt.
But I remember it was like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report?
The weapon. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man's holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken.
In fact, you don't have to look closely to see that.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of this knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was murdered.
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. Huh? Where could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Oh!
What's the meaning of this?
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right, but what does this mean?
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only plausible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times that she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Unless you consider that the guys were swapped around. Now, as a vast majority, there is another explanation. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, Wright! All I'm saying is that this broken knife might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No! Ah!
Order, order, order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place on the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After seeing the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gans. During this questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife.
What are the chances of there being two broken knives?
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? There is another one. The King of Prosecutors trophy. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, that can't be just explained away by a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright!
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. You have to show the picture. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of this is a picture of the award ceremony. Aha!
What is it, Mr. CzarThwomp?
It's the broken murder weapon! Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding.
That's a broken knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in this picture was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood this award. Order, order, order! Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and a broken knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be! Oh, and why not, Sergeant? Because if the King of Prosecutors Award knife was the murder weapon, then the murder and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this murdering knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh!
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
Wait, I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list. The one with that extra scribble on the back?
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
What?
You drew that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we add this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recall of this guy?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, and I'm sure I saw his shadow.
This is certainly most unusual.
Try impossible! The head detective of criminal affairs didn't even have to sign him until this year! That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Yes, well, the defense may now begin cross-examination.
Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further.
Lana! What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defense chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that?
Because you would not stop when you're back from delivering flowers and steel samurai merchandise to my office. Really? Is it too much to put like a block on her? I mean, you saw the packages, you saw that, but yet you allowed it to come in anyway. You allowed her flowers, her cravat vases, that steel samurai statue. Granted, I love the statue, but regardless, please put a block on that woman, Miss Chief Sky. Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far, and you are not screwing me! I am the big dog of this prosecutor's office! You think you're the chief prosecutor? Please! You're just a seat warmer for me! It's too late to turn back! Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Emma's recollection.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed to—
Oh, sorry. Press. When in doubt, press. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark?
Yes, at least I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were shadows.
The power outage that immediately preceded the incident. It's also documented in the prosecutor's office reports.
So then you...
Why would you do something so dangerous?
Why? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. If he died, we couldn't go out for dinner.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. That Dark guy knocked me down. All I could think was, I've got to help Mr. Marshall. I
guess. What do you mean, you think?
It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur.
In a matter of just a few seconds, this guy was almost killed, then she witnessed a murder about to take place. A little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stab the other person, like that was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next?
Are you sure about this?
Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here.
But the head detective of criminal affairs thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year! The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. That is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remembered.
Oh, brother! Just when you thought that things had caused enough, commotion.
Tell us, where in this room did you see him dancing?
He was in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
His shadow. We're gonna have to present. I believe we have to present the unstable jar here. His shadow. So you mean you didn't actually see his face with his winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 baby horns.
This is pointless. That thing wouldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is we cause her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. Yes, sir, they're all I mean. Tell us what this shadow really was. This is what I mean. You think, oh, I have to present the thing, I have to present the jar, but then it's like, oh, you have to press it, and then you can present it. What was it Emma saw in that lighting flash? Who is this blue badger, really? I just might know. See, this is what I mean. If I presented during the cross-examination, it would have been nothing. The blue badger hadn't even been dreamed up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright!
In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the wind saw in that instant? Please show us what this mysterious badger look like.
The mysterious blue badger was in fact this.
Well, that's... what exactly is that?
I believe it's some sort of jar.
But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed it doesn't. As it says now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Our viewpoint?
I gotta show them the correct angle. Yeah, it's nice that they give you a picture of the blue badger. But anyways, you just gotta turn it like this. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 This isn't right. I gotta make it look like a badger. Allow me to remind the defense it's contingent on the witness's drawing. If it's the right kind of master shape, I can allow his claim. I've got to find just the right angle.
Come on, Mr. Wright, you can do it!
I've got to show them the correct angle. Come on now, what is this hell that I'm dealing with now? No one knows the hell I will find that it is so much I'm dealing with this hell. I'm trying to deal with it, so right now please tell me that this... Oh come on! I'm gonna lose this because the blue badger! I'm trying to make it look like the badger! Okay. I can do this, I can do this. Come on! I know it's supposed to be the blue badger! I'm trying to show the goddamn blue badger! This should be the angle! I don't know! Ezra is gonna be pissed off at me. Come on! What is the goddamn angle? Oh right, I think I may have figured out. Okay. Oh, come on. Aha! Now I remember it. This is it. Okay, I always get that mixed up. Well, is this a miracle or what? No one could possibly deny this jar a resemblance to the blue badger. No! It can't be! Order, order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So the badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything! I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this jar changes everything! Indeed, very well then. Please tell us, what's different now that we know the witness of this jar? The location. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. Not only that, but she saw it in a very specific angle. Knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of this jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Dame Minigame. But the boy was found lying near Miss Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified to herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying that the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? That's the reason! Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew in the air. Now then, tell me, what could have sent this jar flying? That would have to have been the impact that the man made when he was knocked through the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the Prosecutor's Award. No! Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking! Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless... I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If the event took place as the offense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man and the sky knocked away is actually prosecuting Neil Marshall. I have to cough.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No!
What's it without affecting these courts nowadays? I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented.
What are you talking about? That's pretty much the crux of all Ace Attorney games. Where literally the culprits are only caught because they reveal their involvement in the testimony. What? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Guy, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Like I said, the Maki voice is just always so fun to use in these moments. Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging Evan 2 years ago. I am cutting both you and Emma's pays. I don't care if she's not even employed. I will cut her pay. She'll go into the workforce with negative wages. She'll go with gumshoe level. The reason you moved Ross to a marshal's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? We'll answer that question next episode. I really appreciate you taking time to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. If you come back for the next one, if you like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. Well, I'll see you later. Bye.